Alright, in this video I'm going to be showing you all how to open a butterfly knife. So it's pretty simple. Just flip it up, flip it on your hand, flip it back. All it pretty much is. So you want to be holding it by the safe handle, which is usually the one without the latch. So as you can see, there's one side with the blade right there, one side without it, so I can easily run my finger across it. Just like that, and cut your finger like I did. Being a little dumb, cut it within the first 5 minutes I got this knife. So don't be dumb about it. Hold it by a safe handle. So all you're pretty much doing is just flipping on your hand, flipping it back, and then flipping it forward. Now I'm showing you how to close it too. Alright, so this is what it should look like. That's pretty much it right there. But the way you do this is you just hold it between your index finger and your thumb, as so. You can just put your other fingers onto the side of the knife or whatever you want to do with it, and hold it by the safe handle. I prefer holding it kind of lower down, like towards the center or the lower part of the knife, just because it'll pinch the side of my finger. But all I do is just flip it open. As you can see, flip it open so the bite handle is on the back of your finger, blade facing away from you. If you have a double-sided knife, I wouldn't do this at all. You're just going to cut yourself. So once you get here, flipping it on the back of your hand, you just flip it up, and then as soon as you do that, you adjust your grip, so it's kind of like you're moving your thumb over the side of it, and then just flip it back over. You can either go from right here and flip it back onto your hand, that's so, or what I prefer to do is I prefer to turn it a little bit, so then I flip it back onto my knuckles. And once you do that, you pretty much just go from where it's flipping on your knuckles, kind of open up your hand, so then there's nothing in the way of the opening of it. So then the two handles can fall together. And all you do is have the open grip, and then when it's on the back of your fingers or on my knuckles, you just flip it over. And so what you're pretty much doing is just flipping it up and gripping it. And then you have your knife open, ready to tap somebody. So you flip back, then flip forward. So what it's looking like is you're flipping it forward like this, flipping it back across, and flipping it over. And that's about it. Alright, so now the closing part to it is when you got the opening down, you're pretty much just redoing what you did. So when you got here, you're flipping it back on your knuckles, and then you have to kind of rotate it and then flip it onto your fingers again. So then you go from right here, flip it back on your knuckles, flip it on your fingers, and then flip it back. Okay, so you flip it on your fingers, flip it on your knuckles, and then you actually have to rotate it, 180 from the beginning. So you're starting it like this, you flip it on here, flip it 90 towards you, and then you have to rotate another 90 away from you and open your grip. So open your grip, let it go, put it on your hands, close your grip, put it back on your fingers, open your grip again, and put the knife down. That's pretty much it. So I'll show you all what it looks like from this view again. Hopefully y'all can see this. So you open it, and the way to close it, okay, let me get from over here. Let me try to show you all this. Flip it back on your fingers, over here, and then back. So you're flipping it back, forward, and then closed. That's pretty much it. So here again, this is what it should look like. I'll show you from both views. Maybe I can't really see it from this. You just see right there, I just pinched my finger again, so I'm going to hold it farther down. Because it kind of hurts sometimes and pisses me the fuck off. I actually don't really like this knife. It's actually really heavy. The handles are, so I'm not really too, familiar with this knife. Got to get kind of a little used to it. But, alright, here's another trick that you can do. It's called a, hang on, let me think about it. The latch swing, I guess you could say. All you do is you're swinging it from the latch on the bite handle, holding the bite handle, and you're pretty much just flipping it up. And that's all you pretty much have to do. I'm a little scared to do it with this knife because I don't really know how it reacts. A little farther away for y'all. It's a little scary trying to close it though, so can't get it with this knife. But you end up like this. Alright, y'all get it. To close it, you turn it around, make sure you don't. Y'all do not forget that. Because if you don't turn around, you're going to cut yourself, and I'm going to laugh at you. But the way you close it is you pretty much do the same thing, drop it. Alright, so the way you do this, you hold it by, here, y'all get this. You hold it by the latch on the knife, and all you're doing is dropping the safe handle. All you do is drop it and kind of swing it up, I guess you could say. So you're pretty much just doing like a little swinging motion as you drop it. So then you drop it and it comes back up and you catch it. And that's pretty much it. And then I'm a little scared to close it with this knife, so I'm not even going to attempt it. So to recap, pretty much what I just taught you on everything is flip it up on your back of your hand, close that, and then just simply this. Just simple little opening. And watch out when you do this, make sure you open up your grip when you do the drop or last drop technique thing. Because if you don't move your grip, the bite handle might come up, hit your hand like this. If you swing it hard enough, it'll come back down and then the blade will hit your hand. So try not to do that. Try not to be dumb. So that's pretty much all I have.